Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Eric, aka Envision, and today I have an updated deck profile for my DD deck, and I'm also including my side deck today, and of course, as always, the deck list will be in the description below. Alright, to get started, I play 3 Kepler. Very important, he's basically the Stratos of the deck, and he lets you search out all your dark contracts, and then your dark contract with a gate searches out all your DDs, and he's also a scale 10, which helps you make rank 8s pretty fast. And then I play 3 Swirl Slime, which is really needed because it lets you make fusions from your hand, and also it's getting out a Ragnarok or whatever out of your hand is really important. And then 3 Necro Slime, so that you can make rank 6s really well. And yep. Alright, and next for my DDs, I play the 3 Oblivion Kings. This guy's really important because, first of all, his effect on the field, which is to tribute another DD monster you control, and then banish your opponent's monster, is really cool. Lets you get past big problem monsters. And also his scale effect is basically like gaining stuff to take 1,000, which is really important for doing combos. And then this next guy kind of goes with him. DD Savant Thomas helps you make rank 8s really fast. On the field, what you can do is you can pop a pendulum scale and then summon out a Oblivion King from your deck, and then it lets you make rank 8s pretty fast. His scale effect is actually really cool too, because what you do is you grab a dead Kepler or whatever, and then you add it back to your hand, and they could summon that into search or whatever, or you could set it in the scale along with Thomas, and then pendulum summon out Oblivion King or another Savant Thomas. Alright, and next I have another level 8. It is not DD, however. I play 2 Gameciels. Very important, lets you get past big problem monsters, good against Blue Eyes, good against Cosmos, whatever that you can't get out, like can't beat with other monsters. This card's just so easy out. Also, he's level 8, which is cool because you can use it with trade-in. Alright, next I play 1 Vanity's Fiend. I was playing 2, but now I only play 1 because I just want to make room for other cards, but he's really cool for locking out your opponent, and it's good against a lot of matchups. Alright, next I play 3 Gofus. Gofu is really important. It lets you make ULTIMAYA really easily. You use Gofu and then either Necro Slime or Kepler to make Coral Dragon, and then add that with the Genghis to make ULTIMAYA. His tokens aren't really that useful in this build. I know some people that like play Mass Change or Wear Thou in their deck, so he does work with those, but I am no longer playing those, so the tokens aren't as useful. Sometimes I make them for defense, but yeah. Besides that, yeah, they're not really useful as tokens. You can also use him with Swirl Slime to make a level 7 synchro, which can be pretty useful. And next, my last 2 tuners, I play Global, but Jet Synchron. Some people only play Global. I play also Jet Synchron just because I like drawing the tuner. Of course, these guys are going to get replaced once the DD Structure deck comes out and Lamia comes out. But until then, I'm just playing these 2. And yeah, it helps to make synchros pretty easily. And then for my spells, for my draw spells, I play Upstart, 2 Allure of Darkness, and then 2 Trade-In. Trade-In works well with Gameciel and the level 8 DDDs, and then Allure of Darkness works well with all the DDDs. Pretty cool. And then Upstart's just a good draw card. Alright, and then next I have my Dark Contracts. I play 3 Dark Contract with a Gate, lets you search out any DD. Yep. And then you have a lot of ways in this deck to evade the 1,000 damage, so not as scary. Next I play 2 Swamp King. Some people only play 1 because you can't search it, pretty much, but then I like having 2 just because I like top decking it, because it does get me out of some sticky situations. And then the big DDD boss monster is really useful for getting past problem monsters and problem boards. So I like having 2, so I can just top deck it pretty much. Oh yeah, and also it's pretty good at 2 too, because you could set 1 for ULTIMAYA. Alright, and next for my other spells, I play Foolish Bear on 1-for-1. Yep, pretty standard. You use Foolish Bear to send your slimes or your tuners to the grave, so you can do stuff with that. and then you use 1 for 1, lets you get slime to the graveyard, and you can also use it to special summon out Kepler pretty easily, which lets you start your plays. All right, and then my final spells are 2 MST. I don't like using Twin Twisters because you already use use most of your hand for combos now in this deck, and I don't want to lose resources. I've tried Typhoon, but I don't really like that because it doesn't deal with back row. Like it doesn't really deal with like set Solemns or whatever. So MST is pretty good. If I had it, I would play Cosmic Cyclone. 2 Cosmic Cyclone in this place, just because it's better against a PK matchup. But MST works out pretty well. All right, and finally for my traps, I play the 1 Solemn Warning because it's just really good. The Vanity's Emptiness to stop your opponent from special summoning, which is also really important. You could, this basically was supposed to be the second Vanity's Fiend, but then I think that just because a lot of people are citing for jogging and stuff like that, it's a little better to play 1 Fiend and 1 Vanity's Emptiness. And then finally 1 Anti-Spell Fragrance, which is pretty cool in this deck because it doesn't really hurt you that much because you would do all your combos, whatever, and then set Anti-Spell, and then next turn, after Anti-Spell's already activated, you can still search whatever with Dark Contract for the gate since it's continuous. So it doesn't really hurt you as much as it hurts your opponent. Alright, and then next, let's go look at my extra deck. I play 3 Genghis, really important. I was playing 2, but I bumped it up to 3 because I want to usually want to use 1 for ULTIMAYA and like 2 for like a rank 6 or whatever. And I just like having 3. I make 3 often. And then yeah, its effect to bring back a dead DDD is really important. And yeah, it's a really cool card. Also lets you get back dead Dark Contracts, which comes up sometimes, not as often, but yeah, pretty important too. And then I don't play 1 Dark. A lot of people play 2 or more. Some people even still play 3. I just prefer rank 6s. I have considered playing like 2 DRs and then like a rank 7 or whatever, just because a lot of people are citing Humongous and the level 7 Kaijus instead of Gameciel now, because decks like Blue Eyes can't take advantage of that. But I mean, I just don't like playing too many of her. She's good, but she's not very useful. Like she doesn't really extend many combos. I make her sometimes just for her attack to get over some problem monsters, but besides that, I don't really make her much. But yeah. And then finally, one of the big wave Oblivion Kings, Caesar Ragnarok, very important for getting past problem monsters. Also doesn't target, so it's good against Cosmos and stuff like that. All right, and then now for my synchros. First of all, I'll play Core Dragon. Use him and Genghis to make ULTIMAYA. Also, its effect to send to Raigeki Break is also pretty important. Lets you get your slime to grave. And then also, if you make ULTIMAYA with Core Dragon and Genghis, you actually get a free draw because of his effect when he's sent to the graveyard. And then I play another level 6. I play METAPHYS HORUS, and then yeah, this is just really for utility because Core Dragon is really good when you're going first. But then I like METAPHYS HORUS going second because I mean he has 2 effects when you use him with Kepler, because you could snatch opponent's monster, which helps you for just making big boards and just OTKing whatever. And then also he has other effect of negating any face-up card on the field is really important. You can negate your own Dark Contracts if you don't want to take damage. You can also negate their anti-spell or whatever stopping you, so that's pretty cool too. Yeah, and then also they're both level 6s, so if you wanted to, if you really need to, you can use both of them and then make a Beatrice or whatever. Alright, next, I play Black Rose Moonlight for my 7. I was playing Clearwing, but I think Moonlight's just better. It comes up like it can help in a lot of big situations. Again, lets you get past big problem monsters. And then also, I just want to show you one little cool interaction I found with Black Rose. What you do is that, let's say if you have a Gameciel, a Gofu, and then a Swirl Slime, which is it's pretty easy to come by since these 2 are at 3, and then you have like plenty of draw power to draw into your Gameciel. What you would do is, let's say like the problem monster, some big, say they have like the Blue Eyes Synchro, you Gameciel their monster, right? And then now you can swirl. You could Gofu, special Gofu, normal summon Swirl Slime, sync these two into Black Rose, and then put Gameciel back in your hand, which is pretty cool. Yeah, and it's just pretty cool for getting rid of problem monsters. Yep, and he's also a dragon, so you can make him off of ULTIMAYA if you like. Alright, next. I play one Scarlight. Pretty useful, just clearing the board and then dealing extra damage just to win you the game. You can use this effect after you attack and everything, and then just wipe him out. Pretty good card. 3,000 attacks, really nice. You can make him off ULTIMAYA. And then I'm playing one Void Ogre. I probably would be playing the Crystal Wing if I had it, but Void Ogre is actually really nice. I've actually considered like not picking up Crystal Wing just because of Void Ogre, because a lot of people are citing for Jalga and stuff like that, and then you can use Void Ogre to negate a lot of spells, and also him with Hope Harbinger can be really difficult for your opponent to like make plays, because a lot of decks are spell dependent. So he's just really good card, and then you pretty much exhaust your hand. Most of the times, like, you're gonna use most of the cards in your hand for combo or whatever set, most of them, or get rid of all of the cards in your hand. So yeah, he's really important for that. And then finally I have the ULTIMAYA. You making him is pretty easy with Gofu, and then Necro Slime or Kepler. And then if you just use it with Necro Slime, like with a Gofu to make a Coral Dragon, if you already have another deity in the grave, you just banish those two and then make Genghis, and then ULTIMAYA is just really easy to make. But yeah, it helps you. He's actually really cool. You use him a lot. I make him a lot to get out whatever, like Void Ogre or whatever, to stop my opponent. Really cool card. The next are my XYZs. So for my 6s, I play the one Beatrice, which is really useful. You use it to send slimes or wave Oblivion Kings, or Oblivion Kings, or you could send a tuner to the grave and then do stuff like that. Really cool card. And then another level 6, rank 6 I play is Photon Strike Bouncer. He's very important since it's just more negation, I guess. Again, I'm playing Void Ogre, I don't have Crystal Wing, so he kind of makes up for that a little bit. Yeah, so he's just really cool. It just helps you stop your opponent and stop their plays. And then the 1,000 damage actually can be pretty useful. I've actually won games based off of that, because like they forgot about his 1,000 damage that he inflicts, and then they had pretty low health, and then they're just barely surviving, and then he just wiped them out. So that's pretty cool. And then for my my 8s, I play the number 38, Hope Harbinger. Very important for stopping spells. Goes well with Photon Strike Bouncer or Void Ogre to really lock out your opponent. It also goes really well with your Vanity's Fiend or whatever, because then if they try to like book a moon or whatever, you just have him to stop it. And then a Duodon Kali Yuga. Very, very strong card. His Heavy Storm ability can like win you games. It can like save your own life if you need to like wipe out your own Dark Contract. And then also, yeah, it's really good against pendulums too, because once they set their scales, you just wipe them out right away, since once it's during either player's turn. So that's pretty cool. And that's my extra deck, and that's at 2 tokens for Gofu. Alright, so that's the extra deck. And then now for the side deck, it's kind of still a work in progress, but like I'll show you what I have so far. So first of all, I'm playing 2 Flying Sea, which can kind of be for like BAPK or like Pendulum sometimes. Also pretty useful in the future with ABCs coming out. But yeah, Flying Sea is really important. And then I have 2 Ghost Ogres, also kind of for Pendulums against METAPHYS, pretty good. And then I play 1 Majesty's Fiend, mainly for Mermails, because Vanity's Fiend doesn't stop them as much, because they can just send infantries or whatever to get rid of your stuff on the field. So I play 1 Majesty's Fiend. Yeah, pretty good. And then the other Vanity's Fiend that I took out in the main deck, just when I need it, but just when I really want to draw it. And then next I have the Effect Veiler, which is pretty good against Jalgan. I don't really see much people citing this, but it's pretty good against Jalgan. And then also kind of similar for Jug, and I have 2 Book of Eclipse. This also is pretty much also for Vanity's Fiend too. But yeah, for that, and then Book of Eclipse is actually really cool. Because you can set it during you set it, and then during your opponent's turn you just like disrupt their plays, and that jaw isn't like it's not gonna be as important if like you're really messing it up that much. And then I play 1 Dark Hole, which is kind of like for any deck pretty much. I had like an open slot, and so I put in Dark Hole. It's pretty much good against like any matchup, I guess. And then it's also really good against Blue Eyes. And then I play 1 System Down. I'm probably gonna bump this up once ABC comes out. But this System Down particularly is for Cosmos. All right, next for traps, I play 2 Mask Restrict. There's a couple reasons why I play this. It's good against Match Specters. It's good against Monarchs if they're still being played. And then also what you do is you would activate if you're going Game 2, once they know you have like Gameciel, if you choose not side out, you could side into Mask and Restrict, and then they once they see like your giant monsters or whatever, and your Vanity Fiends and stuff like that, they might choose to side in like some Kaijus, and then you side in your own Mask and Restrict, and then you set that, and then during your turn, you just activate Mask and Restrict, and they can't get past your stuff. Like, I mean, during their turn, after you make your board, you activate Master Restrict so that they can't get rid of your board. It goes out really well with number 38 and also with Void Ogre too. And then finally, I play the 2nd Anti-Spell if I need against some Pendulum matchups. I mean, I think this deck has a pretty good Pendulum matchup and like Metaphor matchup, but again, like Anti-Spell just for that. And then finally, the 1 Typhoon. Yeah, just to get past like anti-spells or vanities or whatever. Yeah, this like isn't as key because you already have 2 MSTs, but I mean a 3rd one's just pretty nice. And that's pretty much the entire deck, guys. If you guys have any questions, be sure to like leave in the comments below. I'm sure like I probably missed like a lot of stuff, but that's basically that. That's the deck profile, guys. If you guys liked that and want to see more DD deck profiles, be sure to comment, like the video, subscribe, and then I'll make more once, especially once ABCs come out. I'll like build my side deck and stuff like that a little better for that matchup. But that's my deck so far. Again, if you guys liked it, just like do all the positive stuff, for all the positive YouTube stuff below, and yeah, thanks for watching, guys.